You know right, assassin me. Airport and my moja nananu shegu edigu on my
Memo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. The biggest story in Ghana the domestic debt restructuring ekoso. Me want to say aban very typical of NPP aban. One more program bi say ya na omo ebema na edin de no ma na looking like it is something good but yes here. Into na edin a omo de ama na I'm say omo say domestic BB exchange. Edin a NPP aban de ama no but ni name no domestic debt restructuring. Now, there is a website known as CD Talk. CD Talk. Now, it's our website now. Very, very good. If you want to understand more about the Ghanaian economy and analysis on it and all that, no, because our website now. So initially, I don't know whether you guys remember, but Embra yeti haircut and some months ago, I rumors say haircut because me per se. I didn't even know or understand what haircut meant. And your website when a man say haircut, I say haircut, I cano. Website we and a man say let's go and read and then understand what they are talking about because we heard story our mother about was it details of Ghana's domestic debt restructuring reviewed. Not just details about one thing. You can read it and then let's try to understand because some people still don't know what is going on and the debt restructuring or the ABC. Now, I say Ghana's Finance Minister Ken Ofo-Yatta this evening announced a domestic debt exchange
Melodies
program,
TV on YouTube,
which seeks to exchange domestic bonds as of December 1st, 2022, for 4 new bonds maturing in 2027, 2029, 2032, and 2037. Also, these new bonds will pay no interest in 2023. 5% interest in 2024 and 10% interest per annum until maturity. As the treasury bills are exempt from this debt exchange program, so are individual bondholders. I say the allocation of current bond values will be 17% to the 2027 bond, 17% to the 2029 bond, 25% to the 2032 bond, and 41% to the 2037 bond. Also, what this means is that the repayment of the principal values will be paid as follows. Now, as someone walk and this one I would maybe I met last year, but or said the repayment of the principal values will be paid as follows: 17% in 2027, 17% in 2029, 25% in 2032, and 41% in 2037. This stretching of the repayment periods, accompanied with low interest rates being proposed, represent a significant loss in real returns for institutional bondholders. Now, in the example, they say, say, 1,000 cedis. Listen, I want you guys to understand it well. It may be what you say. Yanfa say, what 1,000 cedis? 1,000 cedis, so, ato a buying bond. Sisi ade aban ye ne say restructuring na wo ye no ebia sa 1,000 cedis na wo to ye no embra aban ka say ana embra mo ye mo adwen say e macho a obenya osika na wonya nsi ho no sisi aban say da bi ontumi nya sa biom na wo sika no wo betua no 4 installments nti sika no obetua baako 2027. It is our 1,000 cedis no. Wo de ma aban ananka aban de ma enimu ana embra ebeso embra mote ase no. And the aban say dabi on fa ma sa time it bia nanka next year nanka wo say aban de usika ma wo say dabi on fa usika na ma next year biom. The first
TV
part
on YouTube.
Obetia sika na installment. Obetia bi 2027. Obesan so tia sika ni bi 2029. Obesan so tia sika ni bi 2032. Obesan so tia sika ni bi 2037. And na mendra America trem say President Akufo-Addo over 2 years pe aka wo be free abem. Okay, the first time I will see ka wo person wo tia 2027 kran as that time no ni abem. Na abem foforo na also. Just a one no nebusia or quack boy a mind there. I deal with about to you know, or no, I know no can no rabbit yaw, or no. Into 2027, as I will seek 1,000 cities, no 2027, no, you bet you 170 cities. Tio, we seek 1,000 cities, sir. Nanka would koye bibi, I will see where the open so when you see quick into Wakakoto a buying bonds, no, and there, so I will seek 1,000 cities, no. 2027, you bet you 170 cities per in 2027. You bet you 170 cities. In 2029, near Sanso Chia another 170 cities. In 2032, near Chia 250 cities. In 2037, now for Chia 410. A tier 4. Into a war. Sikani insane name away. 1,000 cities I would yakwa buying we have a head. 2027 as I bet you 170 cities home. Nah. Sorry, won't find me another 2029. Yasanso Ababetiao 170 cities. Now another 2032. Yababetiao 250. And sana last one 2037. 2037. How many years from now? 2037. How many years? 15 years. In the 1,000 cities, single 1,000 cities. No, I saw train 15 years. And sana saw 1,000 cities. That is the extent of senior mismanagement of the economy no akwakodu, and people don't understand.
Melodies TV on YouTube.
I see, with the low interest rates being proposed, represents a significant loss in real returns for institutional bondholders. I see, this debt exchange program is more severe than the restructuring I anticipated in my post back in September. They feature both a maturity extension and a haircut in interest payments, even though they do not technically include a principal haircut. The real value of the bonds are going to be so eroded by maturity that it may have been more profitable for investors to get an upfront principal haircut for the interest and maturity periods to be maintained. Just say, oh, her impact now. Say 15 years answer. Usi kafiano. Yababa betia ninketenketi ansa wenya nini nano na enimonimu ya ende se wokwasa wokogene e kada so ke sika na wo begene ye bete so by 30% dia gene sa eno ye. Also, the impact of this plan on financial institutions would be significant. The government is addressing this by establishing a financial stability fund to provide liquidity support to banks, pension funds, insurance companies, fund managers, and collective investment schemes to ensure that they are able to meet their obligations to their clients as they fall due. This debt exchange program leaves me disturbed. For starters, I had already explained the mark-to-market valuation of bonds, which had led to industry-wide drops in customers' investment balances. With this exchange plan, what market value are these balances going to reflect? The plan essentially dries up the secondary market for bonds and all, but removes the ability of fund managers to sell bonds to meet redemptions. This leaves them either selling treasury bills or needing to find a gap financing source to pay investors while the FSF is being set up. Another concern is that the Dache bond secured by Get Fund levy and the LSLAB bond secured by energy sector levies on fuel are also going to be affected by the restructuring, although they are tied to their own revenue sources. Also, is the government going to issue any new bonds at all? Or is it essentially going to stay out of the domestic capital market for 15 years until 2037? And if it does issue new bonds, how is it going to convince investors that this time will be different? And while we are on this question, is the government going to be able to push through an equally severe debt exchange program on external debt holders? And how would it enforce it? Now, what are questions I will be saying? If I could article no. What be questions I will be very, very good questions. I think it is here, I say no, not just say still, because every single year, I buy a issue bonds and for man better. In the old bonds never were omo ato de dada na ye mo ade we 15 years ansa omo benya omo sika no aban be issue new bonds na aban issue new bonds say no be convincing crofo so omo mra mbeto because ne bakuni nim se okoto sisi obenya sika 15 years sabe why no be za ade no enya nsi hu ne kra o ubenya wa usika na kra na 15 years time why no be za ade no. As make no mistake about it, this is an unfortunate development in Ghana's investment industry and a significant blot on Ghana's reputation as a location for investment. I have spent the better part of a decade pushing the Invest in Ghana story, and although I still believe in that long term, I cannot help but feel culpability for anyone who is facing a loss due to restructuring. Now, the minister's proposal is not going to go without some resistance, but that is for another day. Tonight we will and recall how we got here. It's a lot of questions people are asking these days, and they say, how did we get here? Because say 1,000 cedis. Me data a buying bond say next year me ba go school by next year na kakra ba betoso just to hedge against inflation. Na by next year kakra ba betoso na me de etua me ba fees no afi me nsa beke sika na 15 years time nti me ba ne ntwen 15 years time me nsa ke sika na nsa me de na ko school ana. This is the reality, and now a lot of people are asking questions, say, how did we get here? How did we get here? It's sad. Don't try and watch me on comment box anymore, but that's it.